Okay, hey guys, welcome back to session 82, part 3 of Materia D&D, where we play D&D our way. Uh, our group, the Menagerie, after surviving an ambush that had been set there for them, some of the members had noticed that after the ambush had occurred, that more people started to seem to walk by. Dragnar picked up on the sounds of a bountiful ceremony ending off in the distance. But they have gathered a manticore's pelt from an underground stash where all the crates and urns and satchels are marked by this weird tangled mess of a nest that seems to have horns coming out of it symbol. Um, and they've been using part of this manticore pelt to help interrogate and intimidate the two survivors from the ambush that they have taken as their captives. Dragnar has locked down the facility, found a sleepy old bloodhound, made it his friend, while Davis, Karos, Al says, deal with a rather tight-lipped, though he's loosened his lips a little bit, actual assassin that seems to have no ties to family and a magical block on some of the his ability to recall information, or or his memory has been altered in some way. So we still pick up. It is night time. Rock is spooning the other captive under the wet manticore pelt, telling him to be quiet.
I, for the record, I don't want him to get sick and die. So, I'll have my dryer. Well, my cloak's not dry either, is it?
I mean, it's fine. I understand. You are not intentionally trying to. You will take care of him. I understand.
Yeah, You know what? I'll feed him some rations while we're in there.
Oh yeah. Here, little one. Sup from
my teeth.
sup from my teeth.
And I can see Rock actually feeding it to him. Here, eat this one.
He does the mama bird.
You won't get this done.
Everybody, it's going to get particularly incensed here.
Okay. What do you guys want to do? He's being as cooperative as he can be. You get the sense. He's
I
trying to
say,
be
while
cooperative.
we're thinking about it, I'm gonna just be grilling him. Like, I'll provide him with some parchment and start. Actually, I'll scrounge around here see if I can find some parchment. I have some of my own, but I'd rather not use.
Sure. There is a working desk and stuff. It seems like where they take
like,
orders.
Get to writing. Whatever details you can think of, locations, numbers, like patrols, any schedules. Just the more information you can give us, the better.
Sure.
I'm gonna motion that I'm gonna set up my incense burner and I'm gonna cast calm emotions in the area. Since it's kind of closed off, it's gonna be kind of potent. It's gonna be strong.
You guys are gonna.
And everybody in the area, including allies, is gonna be like under it. But it's not harmful, I promise.
Yeah. It's 10 minutes, right? It suppresses any churn or fear. All right, let me see.
It is. It doesn't specify time. Where is it?
It's up to a minute.
It's up to a minute.
Oh, okay.
Duration, concentration, 1 minute. Mark off the spell slot, and it is considered a charm. Okay. Oh wait.
It suppressed strong emotions, including charm or frightened.
Oh yeah, I was saying. All right, Davis or Danny. I don't think it would suppress this spell.
Oh, you're gonna send me a spell?
I'll just say it. Modify memory.
Oh no.
Oh
It's
yeah,
not a charm.
modify memory is an instant.
Yeah, they are charmed, and then it takes effect.
Yeah, and then it's
permanent
permanent unless they get lesser or greater restoration or whatever. Yeah.
So you'll see
I
that.
wanted to cast it anyway. I already marked.
Yeah,
it.
No, I understand. Yeah, I was just checking. So you'll see like the entirety of y'all just kind of get baked in this incense. Ain't going anywhere, and you're like deep breaths. Rock, the guy that you're with, takes in a deep breath. Ah. Oh, sorry. Be quiet. Okay. You guys have about a minute. What do you want to do?
Hot box in the factory.
Yeah. When the guy comes into work tomorrow, he's gonna be, it smells weird.
Just as he's writing, I'm just like making sure he's not leaving any details out. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, okay, no, okay, and also how many people are there. And so give me,
Okay.
all right. So any secret entrances, don't leave any of that shit out. If there's if there's a guard there, make sure you say what the guard is. There's like a password or
He's
something.
like,
All this, just everything.
I know a lot. I don't know
It's fine.
everything.
Whatever you get.
But
At this point, I think I don't want to say I trust you, but the fact that you're even
man,
doing this,
if I could feel something right now, it's kind of weird. I feel kind of numb.
Yeah, we
would've hurt.
this is kind of just to take the edge off. It's kind of nice.
I'm grinding some herbs next to him, and I'm just gonna be like, think of it this way: if we succeed, Green Hill's going to be safe, and you can guarantee that you could come here and make it a life for yourself. You wouldn't have to worry about Zarya.
I don't want to. This city sucks, man. It's all fish and
You can go
fish.
somewhere
It's
else,
an
wherever you want.
Yeah, it's an option. I'm just laying out an option.
I heard
Biggest
that flight
thing
to the
is you
north.
wouldn't have to worry about Zarya, as you do. You probably don't feel anything about Zarya right now.
I mean, she's a bitch, but
Yeah,
besides that, she wears that title real well. Zarya the bitch.
I thought.
Zarya the trophy hunter.
Yeah, what does that
Zarya.
mean, by the way, trophy hunter?
She
I mean, I know
likes
what that phrase means, but what does it mean for her?
Well, I mean, he points over to the rock. But she gets off on that type of shit.
So you think that's one of her bounties? Trophies?
Sure. Yeah.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah, man. What's up? No, yeah.
You said the bitch, and she wears that title well, and I remember you talking about something like that when we were talking about the hags.
So
wasn't there somebody
Harley
important
reports
that was
to
called
Zarya.
the bitch?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
same
sorry.
person. So Harley, the fat guy that you guys put like mud in his ear and
My
stripped
God,
naked, and he had the tattoos and stuff. He used to run the underground here in Green Hill, and then Zarya came in and they became partners. And then his crew merged with her crew. And Essos is loyal to Harley, not to Zarya. But Harley kind of went off the deep end. So Essos' crew and the people that, over the years cared more about Essos, they split off. Essos controls the west after the incursion with the giants and ogres. And Zarya
Wasn't the beginning of the hag ship that is taking over Green Hill had a happening that the baby was eaten basically, and there was something else that wasn't the hag that was also called the bitch that helped take over the Green Hill, right? Or am I missing?
Well, so you remember like the process of giving birth to a hag is essentially I think you're getting maybe some streams mixed up, but we'll just
Okay,
kind of
yeah,
clarify.
you're exactly on what I'm thinking about, but I think I am. Okay.
Yeah, so Zarya the bitch is an entity. It is her title. She is known as the bitch for multiple reasons. But she basically came in some many years ago, partnered with Harley, and then kind of had swayed his hand and kind of pushed Essos to the side, because Essos used to be Harley's right-hand man.
Okay, I thought I had something, but Sesh is just ruminating over things he's saying.
Yep, you're good.
All right.
You're good. It's like, right. So, There's this.
Yeah, you said that the two
Here.
sisters that come, make sure you get all that information in there as well.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
want to check that out. Yep.
All right. So I have a curiosity. How many people does Davis expect to be on this crew list? If he were to give you like a number.
Probably at least
His-
dozens. Maybe not all the names of dozens, obviously, but like there's usually like 5 or 6 people around here. There's so for a town of this size, you want.
You think? Oh, but
I'm gonna chuckle with him, but I'm not reading the room. I don't know.
yeah,
What
you
I'm
don't
laughing
understand it at all. He's just there's maybe about a dozen of mine. But he points over to my acquaintance over there that your friend ate. I mean, I don't even know all of them. There's probably a few hundred or so.
Well, yeah, but those are just we don't give a shit about them. You don't give a shit about them. I don't give a shit about them. Whatever. Like,
I mean,
sure, raw
they're
numbers of how
effective.
many they are, but I don't care who they are or where they are. Like, just say, hey, they're gonna have like 30 grunts here. They're gonna have 20.
But that's
Whatever,
the
guys.
thing. They're effective. Like you've seen an
Is
ant
he?
take down something much larger, and he's just kind of doing like the hand motion.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
We sent them in. They do the work.
But we're not.
Have you ever seen an ant under a microscope, or like a spyglass? Have you seen what happens to an ant with a spyglass in the sun?
Oh yeah, it kind of sizzles and pops, right? It's kind of
Ants don't scare us.
no. Bro, I'm not talking like little ants. I'm talking like guys with clubs and daggers. This. Okay, here's your paperwork. Can I go to sleep now?
Rock, you hungry?
Yeah. Is it food time?
I don't
my
know.
burp
Guys
again.
are-
I'll look at the
Yeah.
guy and be like, is it food time? Is this everything? Is this everything?
Takes
He's
notes.
still under calm
over it.
emotion, so he's like, "Fuck it."
He's like, all right, you got Harley's club. You got the square here. Oh, she's called the trophy hunter. That's right, because she likes to kill things and collect them. Usually things of rarity and value. Things that are unique. Things that might be of notoriety or myth or legend. Things that,
Do I hear that?
yeah, you're with them. Right? You came back down at some point.
Yeah, I was just working on the potion. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you hear that. While you're working on your potions. Trying to figure out. Scraping this tar off some of the blades. Kind of messing with it.
So how is calm emotions going to work on that emotion for me?
It's only for a minute, so he may already.
It's only for a minute. Like he's just kind of
It's
so
more than likely
dazed and
about to
out of
wear
it.
off.
Yeah, he's like so dazed and out of it that he's just kind of staying in that. You guys felt the magic fade a while ago.
Okay, I'm going to go back to my memory of the last history check I did. Was there something missing?
Because you asked about your brother, right?
Correct.
And that moment in the flash that you were getting, I mean, like you didn't get faces, but you did get the clue about the tattoo on one of the individuals there at least. You didn't see what happened to your brother. I mean, in the vision, like it seemed like the history check was to give you a clue about the Ziki, about Zarya. Now that you know that that's her symbol.
I guess I'll have to revisit that vision again here when I do my meditation.
Okay. It might be something you might be able to pull from it, but yeah, you hear him. He's a collector. He's a trophy collector.
So, yeah.
He gets people to kill those like that. He collects it. And he uses it to either sell or status. Or
I'll just
he
check
gets
it.
off.
Check, make sure he's not lying. So can I insight check see if he's
Yeah, go ahead.
true? That's a terrible roll. 7 total.
Bro, he's like baked out of his mind,
Nice.
telling the truth. You know, like he's no longer like he's not, but like he's a full placebo into it now.
I'm gonna say, hold that thought. Let me go check with Rock real quick, and then I'm gonna go over and just say,
Hey, if he's gonna eat me, just make
Eh,
sure he
sh-
does
sh-
the head
well,
first. Just
we're gonna, yeah. You know what? That's his decision, not yours.
no. That's something you gotta promise me, man. I drew these
Or
pictures,
what?
these maps, and gave you numbers. Or I'll tear up the pieces of paper, you dick. It's like holding it like.
Go ahead. I don't
Can
care.
can I snatch it from his hand?
Sure, give me a sleight of hand check at advantage. He's not necessarily there right now. What's his passive dex?
Actually, you know what? I haven't used my bravura, so I'll use my bravura.
Okay, so roll a d8 on top of that.
Ooh, damn! You you probably got this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but go ahead and do a
Easy.
D8 anyway, just for fun. Yeah, 30. Let's go.
Do you use your trunk? Do you use your hands? What do you do? Like,
I use my trunk and I'm gonna use my other hand to slap his other hand, like
I like it.
like almost a high five.
it's such so sassy tonight. I love it. All right, yeah.
And I'm just gonna like right after I take it, I'm just gonna be like, "Well, I'm glad you haven't given up on life at least.
I mean,
At least
he's gonna
you
eat
don't want to
me.
be eaten. That's a good sign to me."
He's just like kind of doing like this gator chomping motion. He's gonna eat my head first. I won't know what happens. Chomp, 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 chomp.
That's not the head eating for.
Anyway,
Oh my
so
God.
I'll go over to Rock, stick my head inside the manticore thing. Pretty sure I'm not gonna see a dead guy in there, but I don't know.
He kind of like, yeah, he's not dead. Yeah.
They're both sleeping.
Yeah, I'll just be like, hey, this guy's giving us basically whatever. I think whatever he's gonna give us. Can we like cut the charade now and?
Yeah, thank God. It's getting really hot under here.
Yeah, I thought it might. This
And
thing
it
is.
kind of smells a little off, like old
Is he?
pelt.
Is he okay? Is he just like blacked out or what?
I think, is he still awake?
It's just like he just kind of meekishly waves.
What?
Hello, I'm supposed to be quiet.
Yeah, no, you're good. Thank you.
Yeah, we're buddies now. He was
Okay.
very quiet. He was
So
good.
I'll actually just like not like throw the manticore pelt, but like peel it back and be like, hey, so we're not monsters. Your friend's not eaten. Thank you for the information that you've given us.
You guys lost a lot of credit there.
Fine. I'd rather, not be seen as a monster, even though like you understand. When push comes to shove, we will still fuck your shit
alright
up.
with it.
Yeah, he actually is. So watch that one for sure. But
What's he doing with all the
trying to fix.
clinking and a dinking?
Yeah, so that nasty tar shit that you guys have.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's basically
that-
making it so that doesn't feel so bad.
Yeah, what is
Oh.
that? Before we move on.
That's like some sort of mixed. I think it's like 2 parts no, 2 parts chimera, 1 part ant keg. It's a concoction. If he gets it,
I'll holler that
blends it.
upstairs just for him. So it's 2 parts manticore, 1 part ant cake.
Like some other stuff. It's
Got
really
it.
sticky.
Yep, hope that helps. Anyway, he's a whiz with that kind of stuff. So I imagine by tomorrow we may just all have potions to make us immune to it. So like again, we can take this shit down.
Well, good luck. I mean,
But-
do I get to like try to leave the
No,
city
no,
now?
no. You're here with us till we say it's time for you to go.
Okay.
So we
Can I
want
go to
you.
sleep now?
Yes, just we're still going to bind your hands though. You're gonna have to sleep like that.
I lost a lot of blood, man. I'm tired.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he just kind of like as he says, it just kind of
Yeah, I'll tie his hands
Head
up again.
slums. Sure. You got him. He's kind of like propped. I think it was. I don't even think he was in a chair. I think he was like kind of like sitting in the against the floors.
That's fine. If he looks relatively comfortable, then I'll just leave him there. I don't care.
Sure.
Towards Davis, I'm just gonna mention after he falls asleep. I'm just gonna mention he's like a dog who's been backed into a corner.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. He's the only group
This
that
is
he
the
has.
only way he found a way to survive. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know. I've known guys like that. It sucks. Like not everybody has the means to do whatever they want in life. Some people just have to scrape and claw until they can find something that they can do, and that's all they know. So I feel a little bad for him, but
I don't think he cares about feeling bad or good.
Fuck him.
It's like he gave up. No, that's just gonna ring out in his head like.
All right, guys. Like, let
True.
me make this clear. I'm not thrilled with him. You saw the shit that I went through with that poison. Like, it nearly killed me. So I didn't feel.
I'm gonna feel over the scar that I just took.
Yeah, I didn't feel bad when Dragonar was doing the old innie outie with the dagger. So to be clear, but I understand. That's all I'm saying. I get it.
I just can't hate a hungry dog.
Yeah. But hey, we got what we need. I hope.
As you kind of say hungry dog, you hear like the sound of long toenails kind of on the wooden floor as this old bloodhound comes. Roar. Roar.
Does it look like there's like a food or water bowl or anything kind of a thing around where you might have food and water?
I'll say yeah, absolutely. Like you kind of see where he's walking and just kind of.
Alright, if there's nothing in there, I'll top it off with some water and then.
Dragnar gave him a ration earlier, I think.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of food,
Okay.
maybe probably enough to get him through the night. But if you want to treat him, you can put more in there or water.
Let me see if I know we got more rations, but I don't want to get too
yeah.
crazy with it. Nah, he's good.
Okay. He just kind of looks at you. If you pet him, he just kind of takes it.
Sure.
Yeah.
He likes fish jerky. Now throw another one down.
He tries to catch it, but he's old. His reflexes aren't there. Walks over. Um. His tail just kind of wags. Beats the it's hitting like the wall a little bit. He's a good boy. He's happy. As he just kind of like lays down, puts his head on the floor, puts his like belly up. Happy dog. He's going to sleep. Okay. So what would you guys like to do this evening?
I offer a ration to the bald guy by me.
Yeah. Look at you.
Does he take it?
This is my last meal or something.
No, you were a good sport. I don't know. I thought you were hungry.
We're befriending some assassins. Hell yeah, I love this for us.
Well, I don't actually eat people. I give them some water too. And then because I kind of make myself all comfy with the Manicore cloak, and I offer a spot to the dog if he wants to come.
Dog kind
And
of
then-
pat on the wood. He's like, "Ooh." Kind of comes up, sniffs it, kind of nuzzles into it. I would imagine at this point, Al, you just kind of press the digitation. I don't know. So I'll just say it's a nice dry, large,
Somewhat stinky.
a little bit off smelling, but Bloodhound loves it. He just kind of gets into it. He's like, when the head is kind of flopped, he kind of like scruffs on it and kind of lays on top of the lion's head.
I pat the good boy on the head, and then I pull out my thumb of a saint in a jar,
Mhm.
and I pull out my trinket that I don't think you guys have seen me play with it before, but my little ball in a cup game that I made myself a long time ago,
Mhm.
and I just play that while I stare at the thumb.
Okay.
And I just realized it's been stressful.
Oh, I love the thumb.
I will say this. Go ahead and give me one more religion check, as you're kind of like losing yourself in thought. 'Cause I like this visual. God damn it, Jones, my dice.
That was not a great roll. 14.
14. There's something about that. As you're sitting there on the manticore pelt and just kind of reflecting and looking at that preserved thumb in the little jar, there's something about that symbol that means something. You just can't, just don't know. But it's important. Would you?
Okay, I'll just stare at it because
Okay.
it's not coming to me, and yeah, let's play my game.
Cool. Before I forget, Dragnar, her survival check at advantage. DC is lower. You know, that's some of the components of the tar venom concoction.
18.
You pretty sure you can neutralize it? You need a lot of work to get like actual proper dose. And it wouldn't be like you drink it and be immune to it. It's like you'd be able to like kind of, break a vial or something, or put a compress on it or so to try to nullify the venom. You just don't
So I
necessarily have
need more time, or I need more venom.
time and supplies. You have plenty of venom, especially since Karos has like satchels full of this shit.
I do.
Okay.
But it's a time and
So
material
yeah,
thing.
I'll be work. I'll, okay, I'll be working on that. Then here in a little bit, I'll do my meditation and any materials I'll need. I'll summon them in the morning.
Okay. Sounds
I'm gonna try to long rest through the night if possible.
Okay. So they attempted to sleep here. Are you guys
I'll suggest we set up watches.
yes.
I'll take last watch. I'm trying to be friends with the Thug guy. See if he wants to play the game with me.
I'll take first.
Let's start writing it out.
Oh
So we
wait,
got Dave.
I did that backwards. Yeah, I'll take first watch on that.
Oh,
Stay with me.
Okay, Davis, Rook. Okay.
I'll take last watch so I get sunrise.
Yeah, I meant
Did
I
I-
wanted to stay awake, so I got that all back.
I gave it away the ladle, right?
I'll take last watch as well since I have the ladle.
Alright. So I'm guessing it looks like this. Davis, Rock, Al, Karos, Sedge, Greg.
sounds good.
Nice.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alright. Alright. Anything you guys want to do before resting or during your rest? We're going straight to watches.
Just my history checks for my meditation.
Gotcha.
Just a power game. I'll do that. We'll do a respite. I don't think anybody has exhaustion, but I can get some hit dice back. I'm gonna take all of them because I used a fuck ton while I was healing from poison.
Yeah, you got beat up. Well, it also doesn't help if you trinket every time you take an instance of damage.
Right. Yeah. And we'll all have 7 temp HP throughout the night, and then it'll go away in the morning.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Just in case.
All of us but
Yep.
me, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Because it is up to 6, I think, including me.
Gotcha.
Or it's up to 5, including me. Sorry.
Okay. So, yes. All right. If there's nothing particular, Dragnar, you're gonna. I still gotta figure out the whole balance of everything, but as it stands right now, you can pull 2 motes of knowledge from the shadows. What are your creations?
First one is revisiting when my brother died and trying to discern if there was something missing or if what the cause was of why he was killed.
Sure. You can give me that history check.
18.
18
Actually,
total?
sorry, 22.
22 total. Okay,
Because I
that
get
makes a big difference.
no
Yeah,
22. I rolled my base was an 18, but plus the other 4.
okay. Everything's the same except you get a little bit more of a vision. And it's kind of like this expanding vision. Like it starts small and you just see someone delivering a satchel with a symbol that you can kind of make out, sort of what Al had. And someone looks into it, nods and smiles. And then you see it again with a crate, and they look in it, nod and smile. And you, as it keeps doing this, it seems like different people keep going to, essentially, you get the idea that it's the same person. And then that person is always giving them some coin or some gem or some item, in exchange for it. Um, one particular evening, uh, it's in you get the sense that there's a tavern on some trail that's a trade route, and you see an individual that has a Z tattoo, and they're it's they're they lead someone outside of the this tavern, and there's like a Vespa type of wagon, and they open the back, and you see a very large Rin, and you don't see the person, but you see the shadow that's cast, and you see these horns that go straight up in the air, and you look in there, and you see your brother's body being traded. There's an exchange.
Just because I have a hunch,
Uh,
is there a symbol of the antler nest?
yeah, there is.
Okay. As soon as that happens, I'm not even going to bother with the second one. I'm going to go talk to Rock and Al.
Okay.
I'm going to be like, I know, I have an idea of what or why that was there and the antler nest. There were other boxes and other crates, weren't there?
Yeah, lots of.
Oh yeah.
One of them had bones. It was weird.
Bring me there now. Bring me there now.
Now? Oh, I was trying to.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I'll pat my bald-headed friend on the head, and say, have a good night. And I'll do the same to the dog, and I'll go with Dregnar. Or I'll leave Dregnar.
Do we need to watch that guy?
I mean,
Going somewhere?
Yeah, because we haven't got to the long rest
No,
yet.
this
This
is
is
like
right
while
before
you're,
the long rest.
yeah,
yeah, I'll leave the manticore thing behind and offer it up to whoever wants it to have something to sit on, keep warm.
And Adam, while we're walking, I'm gonna be like, they're trading in unique items. My brother was unique. The Manticore is unique. It's a storage place, cash. So I'm just kind of saying this over and over as we're walking.
Yeah, yeah, I'll take you there. I'll just go. I'm just gonna be quiet because I don't really know what Dragnar's going through. So
I'll definitely tag along.
Okay. Just for the sake of visual, we'll say boop, boop, and I'll just kind of move you guys back down here. Boop. And I'll just kind of shift. There you go.
Is this pre or post the
Pre-long
respite
rest.
that Davis gave us?
Post. It's post respite, pre.
Okay. I'm gonna, since we're going out, I'll say, can I say I took advantage of the respite and used a healer's kit thing?
Yeah, absolutely. If you're using a healer's kit, please do mark off a
I mean, I
charge.
have 5.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, and I get dice back.
No, I took
Yeah.
all but one of
You
them.
took them all?
All but one of them.
Yeah.
I was down to only 2 left.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I still have all of them. But if
Yeah.
there's one available to grab, I might as well take it.
Yeah, it's basically it's only if somebody's gonna dip below half. Like then there's no point because with a long rest you regenerate half your hit dice anyway.
I'm only
Okay,
using
so
2, so
I probably
if not
I
me.
probably would because I only have 24.
Okay, then yeah, take it.
Gotcha. So I will say before we forget, because everyone's gonna try to take a long rest. If you are missing hit points and you do intend to heal, make sure you guys mark off 1 charge of healer's kit. And
Yep.
if you guys need to benefit from the long rest in terms of other things, make sure you mark off 1 ration. And we're good. We're just gonna do that now so we don't have to track it later. You still need to eat tonight.
Do we need to take off rations? I thought we still had fish left over.
I had fish. Did I?
I mean, did we pickle the fish? Because didn't we catch that before we came into the city?
I
guys-
had dried them out. Remember, I mean
Oh, okay.
jerky.
Gotcha.
We'll say
Oh,
for this case. We'll just say for this case, the fish are gone after tonight. Boom. Make it easy. The
Okay.
dog gets some, and they all used up the rest of the fish. So you guys have the Russians that Sedge bought everybody, and that's it because the berries and the edible bark were used previously. So yeah,
I did give 1 actual ration to Baldy.
got it. That's fine. So but mark it as according. All right. So I guess as you will jump to Dragnar, Al, and Rock, real quick, and we'll say that they lead you, Dragnar. It has gotten to the point where it's so late that there's really not much activity out in the streets. Some of the lanterns are lit, beginning, some street lights are brought to this square. And are you guys going down the usual path, the one that you guys are aware of? So like jumping in the water, getting wet.
I think I'm leading, so I would just go. I can see Dragnar's upset, so I would, like, as fast as I can get him there, straightest path,
Okay.
not.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, you guys, Dragnar, you kind of follow Rock. He dips in. Pebbles is kind of perched outside. Al, are you going under as well, or are you staying above?
I'll go under.
Okay, so all of you get wet, dive under. You're led, basically. You swim down, and then you start seeing like it start to curve up, Dragnar, and you're swimming up, and then it's dark in here. Rock lights it up, and you just see long shadows cast on the walls as a set light source in the center. Basically like a still air, fairly, stagnant as far as odor goes. You mostly smell like the wood from the crate, the clay from the urns, the leathers of the satchels. All of them have that bloody symbol on them. You
And
see the
I'll be
open
like,
crate.
go like, these are all trophies. These are all her trophies. And I start going through looking for the bear pelt or the bear's whatever.
Something big, right? Yeah. So you're kind of going
Yes.
through.
Well, I'm assuming big.
Yeah. So you're kind of ignoring the smaller stuff, and you're finding big and crowbar strength, whatever. You rip one open, and in it you see it's actually a mummified looking like dog creature. Just rip open another one and just different chroma colored scales start pouring out. go through another one, and you're just ripping and ripping, and you see, a large like head preserved of some sort of like reptilian entity. Another one, you see, a long tail with a pointed stinger at the end. You're just going through the larger crates, and you get to one that's already open, different from the one that the Manticore came from, and you kind of look, and there's a familiar brown, like tuft of fur, but the whole pelt is not there. It's just, but you know that's him, or a piece of him. And you're kind of going through some of it as like Al and Rock are kind of going there. Some of these had actually had the stuff taken out. Like there were some empty urns and jars and this, but go ahead.
Yeah, Al and Rock will see me fall to my knees, and I just say agrios, and I grab the tuft of hair and I hold it in my hand. If they
As you
pay
do,
attention, you will actually see that there's a tear going down my face.
yeah. And as you do grab it, there's something a little bit more solid in there. It's actually like one of his claws that seemed to have fallen from the corpse.
I will collect that as well.
I'll just, since I'm holding the light for Jagnar and I am watching, just put a hand on his shoulder and stand quiet.
Okay.
When I feel Rock's hand on my shoulder, I'll kind of snap out of it. I'm going to turn and look at him and say, "That just die. These are all trophies. These are all things that she collected, killed to collect."
No, I thought maybe it was like a thief stash or something. I'm sorry.
Oh, she's a thief, all right.
We'll help you get her. We'll be with you. We'll help you get her.
And then I'm just going to make my way back to the fishery.
Al, forgive me, but I kind of picture you kind of getting lost and kind of looking at things. There's pieces of exoskeletons. There's large sets of wings that are strapped up. There's like a collection of just all manner of beasts and monstrosities, and you just kind of get the sense of, well, the best way I can put it for all three of you is once you start kind of realizing what you're in. You know that scene in Ace Ventura when he walks into that rich hunter's house and he's just like, "Your room is a lovely monument of death." And he's got all the taxidermied and like mounted heads and skulls. Basically, that's what this is. Just in crates. It's a disgusting feeling.
I do want to say though, once Ragnar does find that bit, I'll definitely put my full attention to that. But up to that point, yeah, I'd probably get lost looking at all the other pieces.
Yeah, of course.
Can you throw your brother's name in chat so I know how to spell it?
Sure.
Yeah. You got it, James? I can look up your notes if I need to.
I did hear you say it. Or at least assume that was his name.
Mhm.
Perfect, thank you. Yeah. I'm gonna, I guess our because Jagna said he's even following as we're going and just be like, Manticores are evil, right? Like, I can play with my Manticore cape?
Dragnar, go ahead and give me a nature check on manticores.
Man, I got a 5.
They're of some sort of monstrosity.
I don't.
I'll just look. Everything that's here, because I found something out about my brother. Everything that is here was special in some kind of way or another. It wasn't like other things like it. She only collects the rarest of things. My brother was huge for being a bear. When I say huge, I mean 2 to 3 times larger than other bears like him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then I'll show him the claw. Like you can tell from the claw, because I'm assuming the claw,
Oh yeah.
Adam, is probably about 9 inches long.
Yeah, maybe even longer. Yeah, it's a biggie. It's a big.
I need to
Oh,
have my own look at my own claws. And then look at them. It's like, oh, holy, okay. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, Adam, before we go up, is I'm going to take the tuft of hair and I'm going to shove it into one of the beads on my beard so it'll stay right there. And then I'm going to hold the claw in my hand. And once I get to the surface, I'm going to make a necklace out of it using some leather or whatever.
Yeah, sure. Easy enough. I'm not gonna make you roll for anything like that. I will say, Al, because you are traveled and have heard some stories and stuff like that, for the off chance, you can use a lucky and you can give me a lucky roll.
definitely.
Alright.
I'll roll that one in chat.
Sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like,
Just the one, no two. Kind of like it, lucky.
yeah. No. It's that little special rule that I have for you from time to time.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're just kind of caught up in the story, that damn, it's a really big bear.
Huge.
Yeah. All right. All right. So in this time, you guys probably had about 30 or so minutes, probably with the time of them going through the crates and investigating. Karos, Davis, says anything in particular that you guys may have done before the long rest, or should we just go ahead and skip to watches?
I'd probably be good at that point. I'd be like focusing. I'd use my regain. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because we're gonna take the long rest. But I
You
got
never
the
know.
bonus action.
You never know.
regain
That's why I gave you the
a
10
psi
HP,
point.
man.
Yeah.
I took advantage of the lasting effects of my calm emotions and went pretty quick to sleep.
Nice. I like that. Yeah, Karos, the only thing I would say is like having recollected your flail, something you've had for a while. It's odd to see it having like the actual head have been warped into that weird metal version of that weird clutching, grasping claw that's now got like a large steel ball that it's holding, dangling from your chain. It's still your flail. It looks different.
Mm-hmm.
So that's odd.
Odd.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you guys are able to find your rest. You'll see that Dreg, Al, and Rock return after a while. Dreg is somber comparatively, and I would imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, but you go straight back to your work for the time being.
Well, I'm going to get a piece of leather first, and then
Sure.
I'm going to fashion a
Yeah.
makeshift. And as I put it on, I'll say, now that I know who, I will find out why, and then I will avenge you.
I assume with your brother being as big as he was, you're not hiding that claw when you come in. We see you carrying a fucking bear claw.
Oh no, yeah,
Like
it looks like a small dagger in my hand. I'm not hiding it.
and I would almost imagine like when you fashion it, it's like the claws like this across rather than down, right? It's probably like, and then two like strapped to the lather, so you get it's tied here, tied
Yes,
here.
yes.
Yeah. So, The natural curve kind of matches your neck.
Hey, Dregnar, could we?
Yes.
Does she value these trophies? Could we use this manticore to lure her out to get her somewhere where we can deal with her?
We could use that, or we could use the entire trove.
Right? You're like, hey, we have your trophies. No, no, no. Piss her off, right?
At least maybe get it to where we can get a meeting with her. She wants her stuff back. She has to meet with us.
Yeah, yeah. Whatever we can do to help you there. And then we're back with the group?
Yep.
I'm gonna study the crap out of that manticore based on what I know of them to see why this one's special. It was missing a tail, I think you said, but is that just decay of, or wasn't useful for the pelt, or?
Maybe, or just
Adam,
damage.
do manticores have a stinger?
They have
It's like a lion head, weird bat-like
Go ahead.
wings, and a
Go
scorpion tail.
ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I was not
Yeah,
supposed to.
no, you're fine. And it depends on what variant of a manticore that you get. I don't mind, like, so player knowledge.
Because
There's different variants.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't the guy earlier stutter? He went manta, and then he said something else, and he was talking about the poison.
Yeah, I think yes,
I thought he just full on said Manticore.
yes, he did. He's like trying to remember it, but he did say manticore. Yeah.
I'll be like, Rock, you said the thing's missing what looks like to be a tail. Could it be a stinger? And could she have that? Maybe she used that to derive this poison, and that's why she chose it. Because, as far as I know, of course, out of game, I rolled a 5.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, manticores don't have stingers.
It could be. I mean, maybe this manticore wasn't special then. I mean, it's manticore. It's freaking special. It's huge. It's giant. They're hard to fight. From what I know, I never met one, but honestly, I'm just trying to feel less bad about playing with something that might have been something super special, and then your brother's in there, and I'm just doing my own thing on that, and I feel bad.
No,
Yeah, I will say, like,
no need to feel bad. You didn't do anything. You're actually, you're cherishing it, whereas she just used it as another collectible.
I'm gonna try to hug Dregnar.
I will allow this.
we just gotta like stands awkwardly, takes the hug.
I kind of do like this. I would kind of pat in the side of his shell.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him a pat too, and just say, "Thanks, buddy. We're gonna get her. We'll be able to get her with this." There's a lot of things in this town that sucks.
Now I'm gonna go dive into my work to get my mind off of it. At least try to.
Yeah, true. And you'll find yourself falling asleep at your work. But yeah, like there are different variants of manticores. Like if you look at the the monster manual, they have the type that's like the barbed tail. But there's variants, there's species, so there might be like a venom version, stuff like that, or in venom type. Cool. So, well, basically, I'm gonna ask if y'all have anything specific or particular you guys are focusing on during your long rest. We'll likely complete the long rest and end the session in the morning, or if the long rest gets interrupted. So, Davis and Rick and the Bloodhound.
I texted my wife to give me a name for it, but I guess she's asleep. She's the dog namer.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
It just can't be Jones.
No, clearly not.
Anything, Rock, or are you just focusing on that manticore pelt?
Oh no, I'm gonna go sit back with it with my bald friend,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess since I'll go to the point where now I'm staring at my jar and I'm bald up.
Gotcha.
Every now and then I'll offer it to a guy and be like, "Hey, you wanna kill some boredom?" Until I see him fall asleep.
Gotcha. It's been a day. It's been a weird experience. He's not shivering. He's not cold. He's fed. He'll be fine. Um, I guess just as a mechanical thing, just so like a little bit of insight knowledge, Rock. Um, so it's all of you, right? Typically in D&D, spell scrolls are only available as wizard spells because wizards are the ones that write them down in such a way. But some of the spell it makes a kind of limited list, even though they have a very large, expansive list. You still miss something. So some of the spells that you have, Rock, on those scrolls are from a druid list, sorcerer list, warlock list. I don't even remember all the spells we got.
Yeah, I remember now.
We don't even
Yeah,
know
yeah.
one of the spells we got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dregnar's got one of them.
No, I mean, there's
Yeah.
one of them. We're just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's too incomprehensible at this time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Whatever it was, we felt it was dangerous.
yeah. So I don't remember. I think you did complete copying enlarge reduce into your spell book though, right?
Yes, that one I have added.
Okay. So when you had completed that, part of that process is you strip the magic away from that and it gets transferred. So you basically just have a nice parchment that you could use for something in the future. Maybe make your own spell scroll.
Okay.
But yeah. So I was just making sure mechanically y'all, we got that.
What
Yeah.
happens if I try to add a non-wizard spell to my book? Because you can't actually do it in D&D Beyond.
You won't be able to.
Okay.
It's like you. Yeah, you still have to only stick to wizard spells or spells that you conjure, you create, you come up with, right? These are like interpretations of meaning to either imbue that spark of intent to allow someone to manifest like that flame blade for a duration that you guys. They're not the one of the scrolls you got, but you physically like you would not be able to copy it. It would not take. Like you would just struggle. You would not be able to figure out a way to make it work for you to make it a permanent spell that you can use over and over and over again.
Okay.
So yeah.
But can I cast them one time reading the scroll?
Yeah, the scroll gets destroyed, and it becomes a spell.
Any of us can, I think, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I think anybody can, right? Even if you're not a spellcaster.
Yeah, anyone can with varying degree of difficulty.
Got it.
Typically, because in core rules is written, it's always a wizard spell, so there's always that rule. But we kind of play it loosey goosey, so it'll be kind of based on what spell tree it comes or spell list it comes from, and like how familiar you might be with it. Maybe you have something in common with it to make it a little bit easier. We're gonna kind of play fun because it's spells scrolls are freaking dope, right? It lets people do some neat shit. So I want them to be accessible, but they still have to have their rules and their limits. So yeah, if you guys are not doing too much, Mr. Bloodhound is just sleeping. He ain't reacting to anything. Uh, your watch honestly will go white, uneventful. You hear the creaking boards from time to time, but that's just the building breathing, as it were. Then you're able to wake up the next group of people.
Yeah, who is
Okay,
it?
who are the? Yeah, who are the next two?
Alan Caros.
Because I'm still sitting with the people I was with. I'll kind of look at Davis and be like, "Hey, do you want to get him?" I'm getting pretty tired.
No problem.
And I'm just gonna wrap the manicore cape over me and tuck in bald guy and scooch dog into my arm and fall asleep.
I guess I should ask for the sake of it because I was a watch. Go ahead and give me 2 perception checks, or 1 from each of you.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh god, it was like almost an 18, and then it became a 2, so 7 total.
Okay, and Rock.
20 total.
Right. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah. So not eventful. All right. The next group is able to be woken up.
Rise and shine, boys. Your turn.
Alright.
Any trouble so far?
No, we're good. And Al, it's kind of weird that you're like taking middle shift now. I guess, no ladle, so cool.
I'm gonna see if I can get used to it. Yeah, it's gonna be different.
I'm tired. I'm late. I'm out.
Have a good one.
All right. So Al and Carlos. Anything in particular you guys would be interesting?
I'd probably patrol around the building.
I think
Maybe
I'd be focusing. Go on first.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna focus on the 2 guys we've captured. Okay, make sure they are sleeping. Nothing suspicious.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll come back up and just kind of not necessarily wary, but not sure how to start up it kind of act awkward around Al, not like you're weird, but just like we haven't really chatted
you?
before, and kind of accidentally tried to explode my brain. So it just kind of makes for awkward conversation scenario where it's like,
Yeah. This is
I
y'all's
said
first
I'm
watch together.
sorry.
Yeah. Now the awkwardness is palpable.
I'll definitely repeat that line though at some point in the night. Like, hey, sorry about the mind exploding thing. That went differently in my mind. It's not what I expected.
went differently in mine too.
Oh,
Bad joke, but
I bet. No, that's my bad.
it was certainly effective. I wasn't too concerned, but they did have me surrounded, so
I'm not even sure if it did more good than harm at this point. Are you feeling okay now, at least?
pretty solid actually. Actually, just for the funny thing about it is I had such a big health swing in that fight. I went down to like 30 something HP, but then I used second wind and got that crazy big heal that it actually brought me all the way back up to full health. So I went from like a third of my health back up to top from I don't have the largest health pool, but it's okay.
Ooh, second one is better than I thought. Damn.
Well, his is 2d10 plus fighter level. Plus, I think you use the bardic to heal extra on that too.
No, I used the bardic
Oh,
in a failed attempt to avoid the
that's right.
the synaptic static. No, I just rolled okay. Like I rolled an 8 and a 2, so plus 9, 19, and then I got that level 3 crazy heal for like what was it, 26
almost.
points or
29
almost
of them.
30 points.
Yeah, I rolled really well on that one. That was just good luck.
Yeah, it was with that. It was basically both of them were, I got 31 damage and 21 health back from that. And then the guys hit me for 15 or something, and I surprisingly with a 15 armor class only got hit like 1 or 2 times.
Yeah, sometimes the rolls just aren't there,
Mhm.
Yeah, tell
I
me
don't
about
mind,
it.
I don't mind not getting hit.
Says the
Yeah.
DM and one-time critting rock to death.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes the rules just aren't there. Crit.
That was like quite literally 16 attacks against you in one swoop. Not
It's
my
true.
fault.
That is
Tiny
true. Yeah.
little wisps. Just
Dude,
like,
he was trying to kill you. He never hit me, and I had the most hit points. Come on.
Yeah, it's Shredder syndrome.
so no, you guys missed it, but like basically the event that activated his cloak, the one that kept you from pile driving him into the earth. I was like, it was a wave of just wisps just came by, and they all activated, and it was, I think it was something like 14 to 18 attacks all at once.
And there was 3 or 4 crits in there. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. So he went from like full HP to what? It was bad. Okay. Through your watch, a little awkward. Um,
Ooh,
creaking.
actually,
Mhm, mhm.
I'll roll an insight check, see if he is actually sorry about.
Sure, Al.
Oh,
Who knows?
double 15s.
So Al, are you being persuasive or deceptive? If you'll
Oh,
message me, you don't have to say it out loud. It makes you.
Why can't it be both?
I message. Where's your chat? There you
You
go.
can send them on Discord if you need to.
Okay.
I will tell you, Al is extremely hard to read. Yes, that's what it would be.
Okay. And I'll do that.
Okay.
I missed the table.
No, you're good. Don't worry.
Whew.
Okay, Karos, this little, well, he's not little, he's little compared to you.
How dare you?
Um,
Oh, to him? Yeah.
yeah,
Never
yeah.
mind.
I'm big
Um,
boy.
Very silver tongued, very, smooth in what he says, even though sometimes he comes off a little like awkward, but you've seen it, you felt the impact of his words. He's hard to read, but you get the sense, yeah, he's sorry. You kind of believe he'll do it to you again, though, because there's always that little bit of a grin when he's talking, but not to hurt you, but
Right.
There was a plan,
his,
and it just.
yeah,
Oh, damn it.
like you understand, he did not mean to hurt you. He is like, I had a plan here.
Right.
You can probably
No,
make up a little bit, like, but what if next time it does work? But no,
Exactly that kind of
it's
attitude.
very low tone.
it all worked out. I've just had a rough time with this group and its magic, so it's been kind of something to get used to.
We're definitely called the Menagerie for a reason. Everybody's got their own path, but we're all walking down the same road together for some reason.
The wind's fate, they say, will bring odd bedfellows together.
Hmm,
I
like
just
that
made
one.
that up. That's not really from anywhere. I was trying to sound like I had something
You
to say, but
you had me fooled. So many weird idioms, especially around this town with all the all this crazy shit with the hags. You wouldn't believe some of the weird stuff he tried to translate. Bad time. Wouldn't recommend.
yes, sooner we're done with them, this town, the better. Hopefully, what little information we've gleaned from these two could put to good use.
Hmm.
I will
I think
say
we're
real
down the
quick,
right path.
Karos, as you said that, and you all had a chance to look at some of the notes that Assassin left for you guys. Seems like good information. If it's truthful, good information. Go ahead, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt too much. But if you guys are good, we'll move on to the next group.
Yeah, I think I'd probably just small talk unless you brought up anything specifically, but just kind of every now and again walking around, checking the windows, things like that.
I was pretty good with that. He's still pretty guilty about the synaptic static.
Did I have y'all do perception checks already?
We did not.
Alright,
No.
go ahead and give me perception checks for the night.
Hey.
Okay. Al, at one point during the evening, you catch the assassin trying to like pretend he's sleeping and
Is that asshole breathing?
getting his arm, like trying to,
Oh,
yeah. And you just kind of see it kind of like squirm a little bit, and he's trying to undo his bindings, pretending to sleep.
I want to read one thing real quick. Sorry, is this assassin or
Assassin, not
Willow?
Baldy. Assassin.
Ah, okay. I'm looking at suggestion. Charmed is simple. One command. No harm. Duration. Concentration 8 hours. I ain't gonna be awake that long. But I could cover my shift. I'll give it a shot. I'm gonna try and cast suggestion and tell him, just go back to bed. There's nothing you can do.
Okay, he fails.
Oh, cool.
It's like dead anyways.
That's the spirit. Good night.
Okay. Karos and Hal, as you go to wake up, Sed and Dregnar. Karos, you find Dregnar, he kind of made a station for himself a little bit higher. He's just asleep, like sprawled out amongst his hedgecrafter's kit. There's tarred like venom. There's some beakers. There's and then says, "Very easy to wake up, Al." And you kind of go to wake him up.
Oh, real quick, whatever that stuff Dragnar has out, I hope that's not part of breakfast. I don't know what the hell's what's he doing. Ooh.
He must be experimenting with the what was in those packs that poisoned you.
Oh, right. Just okay. As long as it's not a spice kit of some sort. Okay.
I wouldn't suggest having any of that for breakfast. I'll move any like little glass containers like by his arms away before
Gotcha.
giving him a shake awake.
Gotcha. All right.
Is Sej a heavy sleeper? How hard do I have to push him to wake him up?
Oh, I always go for it, Sej.
I'm fairly easy to wake up this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I fell asleep really quickly and haven't been interrupted yet, so. Gracefully, my eyes blink open.
If worst comes to worst, I can punch you for 0 damage. See if that works.
Maybe. If you hit.
More of a slap. Yeah. If I hit, I can miss you very easily.
Yep.
Let's calmly wake me up, alright? Don't slap me.
You don't even feel it.
Sej and Dregnar, as you kind of wake up, kind of both come to. Dregnar, for a brief moment in that passing when you're waking up, there's a very familiar scent. Home, warmth, comfort. And just kind of put your hand on your beard and feel that tough when you're awake. You got drool and
Okay.
slobber like all over when you fell asleep working, but you feel good.
I use my beard to clean the slobber up.
I'm gonna look at Dregnar as he's doing this, but I'm still kind of shambling myself awake enough to hopefully greet the sun, and I'm just gonna give him like, you know, that morning stare where you're like, I don't want to talk, but you have like a whole conversation between your eyes, like, yep, tired, yep, tired. I'm gonna do that.
Gotcha. All right, Ragnar, what do you
That's
got?
fine. One thing, if Sedge happens to look, he'll notice that I'm rubbing the bear claw necklace a lot.
Hmm.
I will kind of check to make sure everything's good and locked up.
Okay.
As it gets closer to the sun coming up, I will start preparing breakfast and all of that.
Okay.
I'm gonna definitely notice that you're like taking very careful, well, taking care of this giant claw thing, and as I smile, I'm going to say, hopefully you found what you were looking for last night.
I found the path to what I'm looking for.
I'll walk with you. If you'll have me.
Oh, yes. But I'll kind of look at him and look at his fine clothes. Now I'm like, it's going to get dirty.
It's been pretty dirty so far. I'm not afraid of that. I need to see the dirty.
You haven't seen dirty yet.
But I need to see it. Don't take that in any weird way. I imagine that sounds pretty weird.
Sounded like a challenge to me.
Well, the world is not as it is for me, for everybody. There's dirty things. It'd be silly not to pass up experience that I wasn't given. I need to see what the world really is like. For people that aren't handed family wealth. I don't know how to say it. But I know you're good, so I want to walk. I want to see. I want to experience. Anyways,
I'll just nod.
Sorry for chatting your ear off. I'm gonna go greet the sun. Hopefully on the roof or something.
And I'll say, yeah, there was an access point, and I'll point upstairs.
Oh, brilliant.
Watch out for the rooftop lurkers in case there's any more of them. Remember, they may know we're here. They may be watching us now.
Well, best we know now, and I'll let you know and the rest inside. And the second the sun comes up, I get to greet the sun, and I'll have a pretty good view.
It's a beautiful.
Okay, that's all I'm really gonna do.
Gotcha. Yeah. So, Drag, you're gonna be cooking.
Yes, I will be cooking. You want me to roll?
It's up to you if you're gonna chant it or not. So yeah. Go ahead. For whoever is.
Are you kidding me?
Wait, are we high again? Are we gonna get fucked up?
We got so many ones.
Hell
tonight.
yeah.
The unlucky keeps rolling.
It happened. It happened. It happened. It happened.
Okay,
So,
I have rolled twice for this fucking ladle, and both times it has been 1.
It's crazy, really.
Yeah, he had it the very first time and this time.
The inaugural roll of the ladle was this. And the thing is, y'all don't know. You just know he enchants it, and then eventually it takes an effect. So wait, we need how many rations? Two? One. There's
6 of us.
yeah,
Right?
2 rations. Yeah, so just 2 rations is enough. So I don't know who wants to mark off whatever rations. If Drag, you just want to mark off 2.
It would have been me because I'm the one cooking. So
Gotcha. So mark off 2 rations. Smells delicious. See a
Can't wait.
bloodhound wakes up and he's just kind of with you, kind of. Just happy. But yeah.
oh, I'm gonna give the dog some soup. It's gonna happen.
I know, because you don't know what it is.
Right. It's supposed to taste amazing too. So it's like.
Yeah, it smells amazing.
As
It tastes
a
amazing.
matter of fact, I'm gonna, just because I can, I'm gonna use speak with animals, and I'm gonna talk to the dog and let him know, hey, you want some of this
yeah.
delicious soup?
Wait, why do you have speak with animals? Oh, because you're
My barbarian.
barbarian. That's
So
right.
are we cooking with those mushrooms? Is that what's happening?
No, I actually put
The ladle just
very
does this.
fine ingredients, and it's the ladle just decided to make it LSD.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, you roll a d6 and there's a different effect. Number 1 is the one that you don't have control, because you don't have control over it. It's a chance.
Well, you have
chances
control
of
over
having-
whether or not you enchant.
Yes, but you don't have control over what it enchants, unless if you roll a 6, and then you can kind of pick. Or you get to pick twice.
But I'm
mostly
over
they're
here
good.
thinking, okay, the last time I rolled a 1, statistically speaking, what's the chances of me rolling a 1 again?
1 in
Apparently
6.
pretty fucking good right now.
So, I will say, just before y'all get to eat, sorry, I smell good. We're gonna end here very soon, but Davis,
Yes, sir.
as you're in the land of the sleeps,
Ooh.
yes, it's been a while.
Been a while.
Throughout the evening, you kind of toss and turn and just feel hot. Like it's one of those hot nights where you kind of wake up at one point, kind of take off maybe some article of clothing, keep sleeping and tossing, and your neck and your shoulders are like kind of burning. And it's uncomfortable, but you do find sleep. And when you kind of come to consciousness in your sleep, you're on an undisclosed rooftop here in Green Hill somewhere, but you're laying down looking up at the stars, and you see the stars are starting to kind of like shift and rotate, and little like bars start to connect, and you start to see like imagery. You're just trying to understand what's being depicted. Go ahead and give me, because you are proficient navigators, go ahead and give me a wisdom check at advantage.
So with proficiency? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Oh, natural 20 for a total of 25.
25. As you're kind of looking, and the bars kind of connect, you get the silhouette and the shapes, as you can somehow understand what's being told to you or trying to be conveyed to you of essentially the number 3, and then essentially like you get the sense of like a crowd being speckled with like all the little stars in the crowd. And then you see off to like kind of the side a constellation that almost resembles like a scythe, and that constellation just sweeping through. the stars, and the stars get scattered.
Foreboding. Okay.
And then as your senses kind of kick in, and you smell burning, and then the rooftop begins. You kind of look, and the rooftop begins to kind of like the tin roof begins to melt and bubble from the heat, and you start to like see steam and vapors, and kind of cough a little bit, and you look down, and as you look down, the roof just kind of opens up, and you start falling again, spiraling down, falling. You're reaching out, trying to grab something. You instinctively conjure your glaive. You doing anything?
Gosh. Shit.
As you're like falling, you see like it's darkness, but at deep down below, there's that burning red and orange lights. Just kind of.
I'll instinctively reach and see if the heartstone is on my hip.
No, just the glaive. As you're falling a little bit longer, you hear the.
So there's nothing for me to like dig the glaive. There's no like walls or anything I can reach with the glaive to like dig into.
You kind of, yeah, so you kind of instinctively will yourself, trying to like reach out and like reach out with the glaive, and it kind of starts to spark down this dark hole that you're falling. The glaive is starting like shaking. You see little bits of rock, and you see falling, but you're starting to slow down a little bit. Still going fast, and the red, the orange is starting to get brighter and more intense, and you feel like you're where you have those markings on your back to start to pulse and burn. You're able to hold on to the glaive and write it down. You hear that rumbling below. Anything else?
So I'm still just kind of. So am I stationary now, or am I?
No, you're slowing down.
Okay.
You're falling, but you're not like at a complete.
Does it feel like I'll stop before I hit whatever bottom I think there is?
Give me a survival check.
Okay. That's a 4.
You have no
idea.
clue. Yeah.
Gosh, it's clear I'm in a dream. So you know what? I'm just gonna kick off and let go.
Okay.
See what happens.
You kick off. Falling backwards or falling like? Are you looking up or are you looking down?
I'm gonna just freaking fall backwards. Yeah, I'm just gonna fall backwards.
As you're falling, you hear that.
So I'll just watch the sky. Hopefully, I can still see the stars as I do this.
You do. You see just some of like the faint light of the stars. I'll
make sure I'll keep the glaive with me, just because one thing I want to do is see what happens when it gets down there, if anything.
Understood. As you're falling, and there's like the smoke and the fumes, and it started to kind of like envelop you, and now it's like getting from darkness into light because of just the heat of this space. And you've fallen, and it's red, the yellows, the oranges, and you're just falling.
I'll even
hear that.
As I say, as I imagine, like smoke will start to fill once I get closer and closer, and if it starts to obscure my view, I'll just close my eyes.
Okay. You close your eyes, taking it in. The other senses, you hear the whooshing of the air passing you. You feel the heat and the warmth from your markings, but also just the mist and the vapors. You feel your stomach kind of, that free fall. You hear the rumbling, kind of that deep, bestial sound below you. And then you just feel an impact. And you landed into something.
Okay, open my eyes, look around.
You see 4, 5 large, flawed digits. They start to kind of enclose on you. scaled, and you wake up.
Okay.
Or at least you have something. Unless you want to say something quick.
Nope.
You just hear the last thing. Trust. That's what you wake up to.
Good. Thank you.
You are covered in sweat when you wake up.
Yeah, I just had a real bad night's sleep with that poison. It just, that's.
Okay. Unless if anybody has anything, we'll go ahead and roll recharges, portents, long rest completed, and then you guys are high as fuck.
And make sure long rest, we still use a healer's kit charge if we're recovering HP, or no?
Yes. To be
Okay.
able to get that auto full HP, you would have needed to use one.
So even if we would use one in the short rest, we still use another one on the long rest.
Yes.
Okay. And your temp HP goes away, everybody.
That HP goes away. Everyone gets to hit a long rest button. If you use the healer's kit, you get to benefit to the full heal. If not, remember what your HP was at. Because everybody ate last night, you do get to get all your recharges and everything. It is, we'll call it dawn. So let's do our item recharges. Let's roll portents. Let's do all that bookkeeping now, and then we'll pick up on tomorrow, or not tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow session.
We'll be back.
Yeah, next week's session.
Next week I might not be able to play, just so you know.
Okay. All right, what is Al? Al is a
Bard,
first one. Well, yeah, Bard. Yeah, he's Bard again.
Shit.
It's alphabetical order, so it's just like, wait.
Yeah.
And then there's no Artificer on the list. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's all I have. Oh, I think Davis blew the horn 3 times. Let me double check. Is that D4?
Believe so. You gotta check. You guys have enough items now, or I have a hard time keeping track of it.
1D4, yeah.
Oh, Davis has an additional Hearthguard charge today.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
My boy.
Kind of fitting. You
Oh,
got a
shit.
good dream about it.
Yeah, it is.
Sip of horn.
Yeah, Horn is fully charged. Coin is charged. Ladle is expended. I think that's it. If we forgot something, we press it. Oh, CJ, go ahead and report and label them in here. So if you're not here,
My mortar and pestle recharged.
Mm-hmm.
When you say in here, you mean 20?
Roll 20, yeah, just so we have a, like, say portent and then say what you rolled. You can roll on physical dice if you want to and just write them in, but just label them so
Yep,
we know.
they're in there now. I rolled them through.
And roll 20? Mm-hmm.
I posted them in the chat.
I don't
Oh,
see
in
it.
chat.
Oh, in the Discord chat.
No, in the Roll20 chat.
I still don't see it.
Probably just, yeah, it'll probably show up in a little bit. We
I'll
trust
reset.
you. Know that. All right.
Anyways, I rolled a 6 and an 8 and a 5 for the engine, which is Titan.
Portent, 6, 8, engine, 5. Got it. Cool.
Oh yeah, I did not. I refreshed and it's not there.
That's all good. I got it. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you for the session. Thank you for being patient with me starting a little bit later today and cooking food for the longer break. So, yeah. And thank you for the.
Do we need to roll our wisdom save now or later?
Oh, that's right.
Is it right away? I think it's for the first hour. On a failure. All right. Oh, yeah. Wisdom save right away. Sorry. Yes, before everybody leaves. Wisdom save. I get to say who's high, and I'm going to write everybody down.
That's right. I forgot that some people weren't. Whoop.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not high. Damn it.
I'm probably okay. I rolled a 19.
Wow. Okay, yeah, you guys are fine so far. So far nobody's high. So Kyle.
I'm high as shit.
Yes. Wait, are you gonna roll for the dog?
Oh yeah, roll for the dog. What is a dog?
I don't know. I'll roll a d20 for you then. Here, I'll roll a d20.
Dog.
I rolled a 17. Dog's not high, unless he's got a -2 wisdom save or -3 wisdom
No,
save.
dogs are pretty wise. I'll give it to him. The dog is not high. He's just happy to have a nice warm meal. He's a very happy dog. Karo says, "Hi, my friend."
Yes.
So high.
Did we
And
only
then
get the new guys?
Yeah, Dragnar,
Well,
Paros,
Drag.
and says. Okay, cool. All right, guys. That's impressive. The dog just enjoyed the food. He's just too old and wise.
I've had worse.
I've had worse. This is a good stew. For him. Okay, guys. CJ, whenever you know if you can make it or not, obviously let us know. If not, everybody have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, stay warm, stay cool wherever you are, and enjoy your PoE.
Later.